Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about a difficult yet powerful theme: the impact of severing ties with someone we love. Relationships are complex and can bring immense joy, but they can also lead to heartache and conflict. The decision to cut someone out of your life is never easy, and it carries consequences that can resonate for years. When we sever these connections, we often find that the person we once cherished can never truly be erased from our lives. This may manifest in various ways, and I'd like to share 9 key points to consider when we make such a monumental decision, when we decide to cut someone we love out of our lives. One of the most profound and often overlooked aspects of this choice is the emotional residue that remains long after the relationship is ended. Emotions are complex and deeply intertwined with our experiences, making it nearly impossible to erase the feelings associated with a significant connection. Even when we attempt to sever ties, the memories and emotions tied to that person can linger, often surfacing unexpectedly. The emotional residue can manifest in various ways. For instance, you may find yourself reminiscing about the good times you shared, replaying happy moments in your mind like a cherished film. These memories can evoke feelings of nostalgia, warmth, and even longing for what once was. This can be especially true during moments of solitude or when you encounter reminders of your past, such as a favorite song, a shared location, or even mutual friends. These triggers can reopen wounds that you thought had healed, leading to a flood of emotions that may leave you feeling vulnerable and confused. Moreover, the emotional residue can lead to a phenomenon known as emotional ghosting. This occurs when the feelings for the person you've cut off persist, leading to an internal struggle between your desire to move on and the pull of lingering attachments. You may experience pangs of guilt, regret, or sadness, questioning whether you made the right decision. This internal conflict can be exhausting and may prevent you from fully embracing new relationships or opportunities in your life. The presence of emotional residue can also affect your mental health. It can contribute to feelings of anxiety, depression, or loneliness, as the absence of that person may create a void that's difficult to fill. You might find yourself overanalyzing past interactions, wondering if there were things you could have done differently. This can lead to a cycle of self-blame and self-doubt, further complicating your emotional landscape. Additionally, emotional residue can create barriers in your ability to trust and connect with others. If you've been deeply hurt by a loved one, you may become wary of forming new relationships, fearing that history will repeat itself. This can lead to an emotional withdrawal, making it challenging to open your heart to new experiences or individuals. The fear of getting hurt again can cause you to build walls around yourself, isolating you from potential sources of love and support. It's important to acknowledge and process this emotional residue rather than suppressing it. Engaging in self-reflection and allowing yourself to feel these emotions can be a vital step in your healing journey. Consider journaling about your feelings or discussing them with a trusted friend or therapist. By confronting the emotional residue head-on, you can begin to understand its significance in your life and how it shapes your future interaction. Ultimately, the emotional residue left behind when you cut someone out of your life serves as a reminder of the depth of human connection. It highlights the intricate nature of love and loss, and emphasizes the need for self-compassion as you navigate the complexities of your emotions. Recognizing that these feelings are a natural part of the healing process can empower you to move forward with a greater understanding of yourself and your capacity to love again. When we cut someone we love out of our lives, it is essential to recognize that every relationship, regardless of its outcome, imparts valuable lessons that contribute to our personal growth and understanding of love. These lessons can be profound, shaping our perspectives, behaviors, and future relationships. While it may be tempting to focus solely on the pain of separation, reflecting on what we have learned can provide clarity and insight, helping us move forward with a deeper appreciation of ourselves and our interactions with others. One of the most significant lessons learned from a relationship is understanding the importance of communication. Every relationship thrives on open and honest dialogue. And when communication breaks down, misunderstandings and conflicts can arise. By reflecting on what went wrong in a relationship, we can identify patterns in our communication style. Did we express our needs and feelings effectively? Were we receptive to the other person's perspective? These insights can help us develop healthier communication habits in future relationships, allowing us to build stronger, more fulfilling connections with others. Another crucial lesson is the recognition of our boundaries and the importance of maintaining them. In the heat of a relationship, it is easy to lose sight of our own needs and values, leading to situations where we may feel compromised or taken for granted. When we take the time to reflect on a past relationship, we can evaluate whether our boundaries were respected. If not, we can learn to articulate our limits more clearly in the future, ensuring that we prioritize our well-being and self-respect. This newfound understanding empowers us to cultivate healthier dynamics with future partners, fostering relationships built on mutual respect and consideration. Additionally, the experience of cutting someone out of our lives often forces us to confront our own vulnerabilities and insecurities. We may realize that certain aspects of ourselves were affected by the relationship, whether it be our self-esteem, our sense of identity, or our emotional stability. Acknowledging these vulnerabilities can be a powerful lesson in self-awareness. It allows us to identify areas where we need to grow and heal, whether that means seeking therapy, engaging in self-care practices, or simply taking the time to reflect on our emotions. By understanding how the relationship impacted us, we can take proactive steps towards self-improvement and healing, ultimately becoming more resilient individuals. Moreover, every relationship teaches us about the nature of love itself. Love is multifaceted, encompassing various emotions such as joy, passion, trust, and at times, disappointment and heartache. When we sever ties with someone we love, we often come to terms with the fact that love does not always guarantee happiness or fulfillment. This realization can be a difficult pill to swallow, but it also paves the way for a deeper understanding of what we truly seek in our relationships. We begin to discern the qualities and values that are non-negotiable for us, enabling us to seek partners who align more closely with our ideals and aspirations. Another important lesson is the understanding of forgiveness. In many relationships, conflicts and grievances arise, leading to feelings of resentment and anger. Cutting someone out of our lives may come from a place of hurt, but it also offers an opportunity to reflect on the power of forgiveness. We learn that holding on to grudges only serves to weigh us down and prevent us from experiencing peace and happiness. Embracing the concept of forgiveness, whether it's forgiving the other person, ourselves, or both, can be liberating. It allows us to let go of the emotional baggage associated with the relationship and fosters personal growth as we move forward. Additionally, relationships often teach us about the importance of compatibility. Not every person we love is necessarily the right fit for our lives. By examining what went wrong in a relationship, we can identify incompatibilities that may have existed, whether they be differences in values, goals, or lifestyles. This awareness allows us to be more discerning in our future relationships, ensuring that we invest our time and energy into connections that align with our long-term aspirations and desires. Ultimately, the lessons learned from cutting someone we love out of our lives are invaluable. They provide us with insights that can transform our understanding of love, relationships, and ourselves. Embracing these lessons with an open heart allows us to grow, heal, and prepare for healthier and more fulfilling connections in the future. As we navigate the complexities of our emotional landscape, we can emerge stronger, wiser, and more equipped to embrace love in all its forms. When we choose to cut someone we love out of our lives, the repercussions often extend beyond just the two individuals involved. One of the most significant and often overlooked consequences is the impact on mutual relationships. Those connections we share with friends, family, and acquaintances who may find themselves caught in the crossfire of this decision. The dynamics of these relationships can shift dramatically, leading to challenges that require careful navigation and consideration. Mutual relationships can become strained in several ways when one person is cut off. Friends and family members may feel torn between their loyalties to both parties. They might struggle with conflicting emotions as they care for both individuals, yet find themselves forced to take sides, even if unintentionally. This conflict can create a sense of discomfort and tension, leaving mutual friends unsure of how to engage with each person without offending the other. The pressure to remain neutral can be overwhelming, leading some friends to withdraw altogether rather than navigate the complexities of the situation. Additionally, the fallout from cutting someone out can lead to changes in social dynamics. Group gatherings or events that once included both individuals may become awkward or fraught with tension. Friends may feel hesitant to invite one person without the other, fearing that it could lead to confrontations or uncomfortable encounters. As a result, social circles may become fragmented, with individuals feeling pressured to choose sides or navigate new group dynamics that arise from the split. This can lead to a loss of social cohesion, making it challenging to maintain friendships that were once vibrant and fulfilling. Moreover, the emotional toll of the separation can also extend to mutual relationships. Friends and family members who witness the breakup may experience their own feelings of grief, loss, or sadness. They may feel a sense of loss for the relationship that existed between the two individuals and may mourn the absence of the connection they once shared. This can create a ripple effect as the emotional distress felt by one person can inadvertently affect the others involved. Those in mutual relationships may struggle to reconcile their feelings about the situation, leading to frustration and confusion. In some cases, mutual friends may attempt to mediate the situation, hoping to bring the two individuals back together. While this can come from a place of good intentions, it can also complicate matters further. Mediation efforts can sometimes exacerbate tensions, as the individuals involved may feel that their feelings are being dismissed or invalidated. The pressure to reconcile can create resentment, leading to deeper divisions between friends and a further breakdown of trust. Additionally, cutting someone off can result in a reevaluation of existing relationships. As individuals navigate the emotional fallout, they may begin to reassess their connections with others in their social circle. This introspection can lead to changes in friendships, as some individuals may realize that their relationships were primarily centered around the person they've cut off. In these cases, friendships may weaken or dissolve altogether, leaving individuals feeling isolated and alone. The impact on mutual relationships can also lead to significant changes in family dynamics. If the individuals involved are family members or share family ties, the decision to cut someone out can create lasting rifts that affect the entire family unit. Family gatherings may become awkward or contentious, with unspoken tensions lingering in the air. This can lead to a breakdown of communication, as family members may avoid discussing the situation altogether to maintain peace. The emotional fallout can create divisions that are difficult to heal, as each family member grapples with their own feelings about the situation. Furthermore, the situation can complicate relationships with new partners or romantic interests. When one partner has cut someone out of their life, it can create uncertainty for the new partner, who may feel compelled to understand the history behind the decision. This can lead to difficult conversations that may strain the budding relationship. The new partner may also feel uncomfortable with the emotional baggage that comes from the past, leading to apprehension about the future of the relationship. In summary, cutting someone we love out of our lives has a profound impact on mutual relationships. The emotional fallout extends beyond the individuals directly involved, affecting friends, family, and acquaintances who may find themselves navigating complex dynamics. As these relationships shift and change, it is crucial to acknowledge and address the challenges that arise, fostering open communication and understanding to help heal the emotional wounds created by the separation. By doing so, we can work towards rebuilding connections and creating healthier dynamics in our social circles. When we cut someone we love out of our lives, the decision often serves as a mirror, reflecting our own struggles with love, vulnerability, and self-identity. This introspective process can be both enlightening and challenging, as it forces us to confront the aspects of ourselves that we may have overlooked or neglected during the relationship. Understanding that this decision is not just about the other person, but also about our own growth and self-awareness is crucial in navigating the complexities of love and loss. One of the primary reflections that emerge from this decision is the recognition of our own emotional needs. When a relationship ends, we are often compelled to examine what we truly desire from our connections with others. We may begin to realize patterns in our relationships, such as the types of partners we are drawn to, the dynamics we tend to create, and the needs we consistently place on the back burner. This self-reflection can lead to important realizations about our emotional well-being and what we need to feel fulfilled in our relationships moving forward. Moreover, the process of cutting someone off often reveals underlying insecurities that may have been masked during the relationship. We may find ourselves grappling with feelings of inadequacy, fear of abandonment, or low self-esteem, which can all influence our choices in relationships. For instance, if we have a tendency to stay in unhealthy relationships due to fear of being alone, cutting someone out may highlight the need to confront these fears and build a stronger sense of self-worth. This awareness provides an opportunity to work on these insecurities, enabling us to cultivate healthier relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Additionally, this period of reflection can prompt us to evaluate our values and boundaries. We may come to understand what is truly non-negotiable for us in a relationship, whether it be honesty, trust, respect, or emotional support. By examining our experiences with the person we've cut off, we can identify moments when our values were compromised or when our boundaries were crossed. This insight allows us to establish clearer boundaries in future relationships, ensuring that we prioritize our emotional health and well-being. It also empowers us to seek partners who share our values, ultimately leading to more harmonious and fulfilling connections. Another crucial aspect of self-reflection is the exploration of our emotional triggers and responses. Cutting someone off often brings to light the ways in which we react to conflict, disappointment, or hurt. We may discover patterns of behavior that we engage in during difficult times, such as avoidance, anger, or withdrawal. By recognizing these patterns, we can work toward healthier coping mechanisms that allow us to navigate emotional challenges more effectively. This process of self-discovery is vital for personal growth, as it equips us with the tools to manage our emotions and engage in constructive communication in future relationships. Furthermore, the act of severing ties with someone we love often prompts us to reevaluate our relationship with love itself. We may find ourselves questioning our beliefs about love, attachment, and commitment. For instance, we might realize that we have idealized love in a way that leads to unrealistic expectations, both for ourselves and for our partners. This reflection can help us cultivate a more grounded and realistic understanding of love, recognizing that it requires effort, vulnerability, and open communication. As we gain clarity on our beliefs about love, we become better equipped to navigate the complexities of romantic relationships in a healthier manner. Additionally, cutting someone off can also serve as a catalyst for personal empowerment. When we take the difficult step of prioritizing our well-being by ending a relationship that no longer serves us, we affirm our right to choose what is best for ourselves. This act of self-assertion can foster a greater sense of autonomy and self-confidence, reinforcing the idea that we have the power to shape our own lives and relationships. By recognizing that we deserve to be treated with respect and love, we can cultivate a more positive self-pursuit and approach future relationships with a stronger sense of self. Moreover, the reflection that comes from cutting someone off can inspire a deeper exploration of our goals and aspirations. In the absence of the emotional turmoil that may have characterized the relationship, we often find ourselves with renewed clarity and focus on our personal ambition. This period of solitude can be an opportunity to rediscover our passions, set new goals, and invest in self-improvement. Whether it involves pursuing a career change, focusing on personal development, or exploring new interests, this newfound sense of freedom can empower us to create a life that aligns more closely with our authentic selves. Ultimately, the decision to cut someone we love out of our lives is a profound moment of reflection that can lead to significant personal growth. By embracing the opportunity to understand ourselves better, we can navigate the complexities of love and relationships with greater awareness and intention. This journey of self-discovery is essential for building healthier connections in the future, as it allows us to approach love with a clearer understanding of our own needs, boundaries, and aspirations. When we cut someone we love out of our lives, we often find ourselves grappling with the concepts of closure and reconciliation. These two processes are fundamentally different, yet they are closely intertwined, and understanding their distinctions can significantly impact our emotional well-being after a relationship ends. While closure may offer a sense of finality, reconciliation holds the potential for healing and renewed connection. As we navigate the aftermath of severing ties, it's crucial to explore the implications of both closure and reconciliation and how they shape our journey toward healing. Closure is often sought after the end of a relationship, representing a desire to bring a sense of resolution to the emotional turmoil we experience. It allows us to process our feelings and gain clarity about what transpired. When we cut someone out of our lives, we may seek closure to make sense of the relationship and its conclusion. This process can involve reflecting on the reasons behind our decision, acknowledging our emotions, and accepting the reality of the situation. Closure helps us to create a mental and emotional space where we can let go of lingering doubts, regrets, or unresolved feelings. However, achieving closure can be a complex and multifaceted process. It often requires us to confront difficult emotions such as sadness, anger, or betrayal. We may need to allow ourselves to grieve the loss of the relationship, honoring the good moments while also acknowledging the pain that led to the separation. This duality can be challenging as we may feel conflicted about our emotions. It's essential to embrace this complexity and allow ourselves to process our feelings in a healthy way. Journaling, talking to trusted friends, or seeking therapy can provide valuable outlets for expressing and understanding our emotions during this time. Moreover, closure often involves a sense of finality, allowing us to accept that the relationship is over and that we cannot return to what once was. This acceptance is crucial for our healing process, as it enables us to focus on the future rather than being trapped in the past. However, it's important to recognize that closure does not always come from external factors or conversations with the other person. In many cases, closure is an internal journey that requires self-reflection and personal growth. By taking the time to explore our feelings, we can create a sense of closure that empowers us to move forward with our lives. On the other hand, reconciliation involves the possibility of rebuilding the relationship and restoring the connection we once shared with the person we have cut off. This process is often more complex and requires a willingness to engage in open communication, vulnerability, and mutual understanding. Reconciliation may not always be feasible, especially if the reasons for the initial separation are deeply rooted or unresolved. However, when both parties are open to the idea, reconciliation can provide an opportunity for healing and growth. The path to reconciliation often begins with a sincere desire to address past conflicts and misunderstandings. It requires both individuals to engage in honest and empathetic conversations about their feelings, needs, and expectations. This level of vulnerability can be challenging, as it involves confronting painful emotions and experiences. However, it can also lead to profound insights and deeper connections, as both individuals gain a clearer understanding of each other's perspectives. This process can facilitate forgiveness and the rebuilding of trust, paving the way for a healthier and more fulfilling relationship. It's important to note that reconciliation is not always possible or advisable. In some cases, the dynamics of the relationship may be fundamentally flawed, making it difficult to reestablish a healthy connection. If one or both individuals have not addressed underlying issues or patterns of behavior that contributed to the separation, reconciliation may lead to a repeat of past mistakes. Therefore, it's essential to approach the possibility of reconciliation with caution and self-awareness. Both individuals must be committed to making positive changes and addressing the root causes of the issues that led to the breakup. Additionally, the decision between seeking closure or pursuing reconciliation often hinges on individual circumstances and emotional readiness. Some individuals may prioritize closure as a means of healing and moving on, while others may feel a strong desire to reconnect and repair the relationship. Understanding our own emotional needs and motivations is crucial in determining the best path forward. It's important to engage in self-reflection and consider what will ultimately serve our well-being and growth. In many cases, individuals may find themselves navigating both closure and reconciliation simultaneously. For instance, as we seek closure, we may also find ourselves contemplating the possibility of reconnecting with the other person. This dual journey can be confusing and emotionally charged. As we grapple with feelings of longing, regret, and hope, it's essential to be gentle with ourselves during this time, recognizing that it's normal to experience a range of emotions as we process the complexities of our relationships. Ultimately, the distinction between closure and reconciliation highlights the multifaceted nature of love and relationships. While closure can provide the resolution we seek after cutting someone out of our lives, reconciliation offers the potential for healing and renewed connection. As we navigate these paths, it's essential to approach the journey with self-compassion and an open heart, recognizing that both closure and reconciliation can play vital roles in our emotional growth and well-being. Understanding our needs and motivations will empower us to make choices that align with our values, fostering healthier and more fulfilling connections in the future. When we make the difficult decision to cut someone we love out of our lives, it often opens up a transformative space for personal growth and self-discovery. While the immediate aftermath of such a decision can be filled with pain and uncertainty, it is essential to recognize that this moment can serve as a catalyst for profound change and development. By embracing the opportunities for growth that arise from the end of a relationship, we can emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with our true selves. One of the most significant opportunities for growth comes from the chance to focus on self-care and self-improvement. After severing ties with a loved one, we often find ourselves with newfound time and energy that can be redirected toward nurturing ourselves. This can take many forms, from engaging in hobbies and activities that bring us joy to prioritizing our physical and mental health. Whether it's dedicating time to exercise, pursuing creative outlets, or practicing mindfulness and meditation, these self-care practices allow us to reconnect with our interests and passions. By investing in ourselves, we can rebuild our sense of identity and develop a more profound appreciation for who we are outside of the relationship. Moreover, the process of cutting someone out of our lives often leads to a deeper understanding of our values and priorities. As we reflect on the relationship and the reasons for its dissolution, we may come to recognize what truly matters to us. This awareness can prompt us to reassess our goals, aspirations, and the qualities we seek in future relationships. By gaining clarity on our values, we empower ourselves to make intentional choices that align with our authentic self. This newfound focus can lead to more fulfilling relationships and experiences in the future, as we actively seek connections that resonate with our core beliefs and desires. Additionally, the emotional challenges that arise from ending a relationship can foster resilience and adaptability. Navigating the pain of loss can teach us valuable lessons about coping with adversity and building emotional strength. As we confront our feelings of sadness, anger, or confusion, we learn to process these emotions in healthy ways, developing skills that will serve us well in future challenges. This resilience can extend beyond our personal lives, influencing how we approach obstacles in other areas, such as our careers or personal goals. By embracing the discomfort of change, we cultivate a sense of inner strength that empowers us to face life's uncertainties with confidence. Furthermore, cutting someone off can also provide an opportunity for reflection on our relationship patterns and behaviors. As we examine our past relationship, we may uncover recurring themes or dynamics that have influenced our connections. This self-reflection allows us to identify behaviors that may have contributed to the breakup, whether it be codependency, poor communication, or avoidance of conflict. By acknowledging these patterns, we can take proactive steps toward change, equipping ourselves with the tools necessary to create healthier relationships in the future. This growth mindset encourages us to view our past experiences as opportunities for learning rather than sources of shame or regret. In addition to personal insights, the process of cutting someone out of our lives can also inspire us to build new connections and expand our social circles. The end of one relationship often creates space for new friendships and interactions that we may not have pursued while in the previous relationship. This can lead to exciting opportunities for personal growth as we meet new people and engage in diverse experiences. By stepping outside of our comfort zones and embracing new social interactions, we can broaden our perspectives and develop a more nuanced understanding of love and connection. Moreover, as we navigate the complexities of our emotions and relationships, we may discover a newfound sense of empathy and compassion for others. Experiencing the pain of cutting someone off can deepen our understanding of the struggles that others face in their relationships. This heightened awareness can foster a greater sense of connection with those around us, allowing us to offer support and understanding to friends and family who may be going through similar experiences. By sharing our stories and insights, we can create a sense of community and connection that reinforces the importance of vulnerability and support in the human experience. Additionally, the end of a significant relationship can serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of independence and self-sufficiency. When we cut someone out of our lives, we often confront the reality of being alone and the need to rely on ourselves for emotional fulfillment. This can be a daunting prospect, but it also presents an opportunity to cultivate a stronger sense of self-reliance. By learning to find joy and contentment within ourselves, we develop a more profound appreciation for our individuality and capabilities. This newfound independence can lead to increased confidence and a greater willingness to pursue our passions, dreams, and aspirations. Ultimately, the decision to cut someone we love out of our lives opens the door to numerous opportunities for growth and self-discovery. While the process may be painful, it also serves as a catalyst for personal transformation. By embracing self-care, reflecting on our values, building resilience, and fostering new connections, we can navigate this journey with intention and purpose. As we emerge from the experience, we become more aligned with our authentic selves, equipped with the insights and strength necessary to forge healthier and more fulfilling relationships in the future. The growth that comes from this experience not only enhances our individual lives, but also enriches the connections we create with others, ultimately leading to a more meaningful and fulfilling existence. The emotional aftermath of cutting someone we love out of our lives can be overwhelming, often prompting us to seek ways to cope with the pain and loss we experience. Developing healthy coping mechanisms is crucial during this time, as they can help us navigate our emotions and foster resilience. While it may be tempting to rely on unhealthy habits to numb our feelings, recognizing the importance of constructive coping strategies can significantly enhance our emotional well-being and promote healing. One of the first steps in cultivating healthy coping mechanisms is to acknowledge and validate our emotion. It's essential to understand that feeling a range of emotions, such as sadness, anger, confusion, or even relief, is a natural part of the healing process. Allowing ourselves to sit with these feelings, rather than suppressing or ignoring them, is vital for our emotional health. Engaging in practices such as journaling can be an effective way to express and process our emotions. Writing about our feelings allows us to clarify our thoughts, explore the complexities of our emotions, and gain insight into our experiences. This form of self-reflection can help us identify patterns in our emotional responses and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. Additionally, seeking support from friends, family, or professionals can be a powerful coping mechanism during this time. Sharing our feelings with trusted individuals can provide comfort and reassurance, helping us feel less isolated in our pain. Talking about our experiences with someone who understands can facilitate healing, as it allows us to release pent-up emotions and gain different perspectives. In some cases, seeking therapy or counseling can be beneficial. A mental health professional can guide us through our emotions, provide coping strategies, and help us process the complexities of the relationship and its aftermath. Having a safe space to express our feelings can foster a sense of connection and support, which is invaluable during times of emotional turmoil. Another effective coping mechanism is engaging in physical activity. Exercise has been shown to have numerous mental health benefits, including reducing symptoms of anxiety and depression, boosting mood, and improving overall well-being. When we engage in physical activity, our bodies release endorphins, often referred to as feel-good hormones, which can help alleviate feelings of sadness and promote a sense of accomplishment. Whether it's going for a run, attending a fitness class, practicing yoga, or simply taking a walk in nature, incorporating movement into our daily routine can serve as a powerful tool for managing emotions and fostering a sense of empowerment. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques can also be valuable coping mechanisms as we navigate the emotional challenges of cutting someone off. Practicing mindfulness involves being present in the moment and observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. Techniques such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, or progressive muscle relaxation can help us ground ourselves and reduce feelings of anxiety and stress. By cultivating mindfulness, we can create a sense of inner calm that allows us to process our emotions more effectively and respond to challenges with clarity and composure. Additionally, exploring creative outlets can serve as an effective way to cope with emotional pain. Engaging in creative activities, such as painting, drawing, writing, or playing music, allows us to express our feelings in a non-verbal way. Creativity can serve as a form of catharsis, helping us channel our emotions into something tangible. This expression can provide relief and promote healing as we translate our inner experiences into art or other creative forms. Moreover, participating in creative activities can foster a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment, contributing to our overall emotional well-being. Establishing a routine can also be an essential coping mechanism during times of emotional upheaval. When we cut someone out of our lives, our daily lives may feel disoriented or chaotic. Creating a structured routine can provide a sense of stability and predictability, helping us regain a sense of control over our lives. Incorporating activities that nourish our physical and emotional well-being into our daily routine, such as exercise, hobbies, self-care practices, and social interactions, can help us build resilience and promote healing. Another important coping strategy is to set boundaries with ourselves regarding the thoughts and emotions we engage with. It can be easy to fall into the trap of rumination, where we become fixated on negative thoughts about the relationship or the person we've cut off. While it's natural to reflect on our experiences, it's crucial to recognize when this reflection becomes unproductive or harmful. Setting boundaries around our thought patterns can help us redirect our focus toward healing and self-improvement. For instance, we can allocate specific times to process our feelings while consciously choosing to engage in positive or constructive activities during other times of the day. Lastly, volunteering or engaging in acts of kindness can serve as a powerful coping mechanism. Helping others can shift our focus away from our own pain and remind us of the positive impact we can have on the world around us. Whether it's volunteering at a local shelter, participating in community service projects, or simply reaching out to lend a helping hand to someone in need, these acts can foster a sense of purpose and fulfillment. By contributing to the well-being of others, we can also experience a sense of connection and community, which can be particularly beneficial when we're feeling isolated after cutting someone out of our lives. In summary, developing healthy coping mechanisms is essential for navigating the emotional challenges that arise when we cut someone we love out of our lives. By acknowledging our emotions, seeking support, engaging in physical activity, practicing mindfulness, exploring creative outlets, establishing routines, setting boundaries around our thoughts, and giving back to others, we can cultivate resilience and foster emotional well-being. Embracing these coping strategies empowers us to navigate our healing journey with intention and self-compassion, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and enriched life. Forgiveness is a profound and transformative process that plays a critical role in our emotional healing after cutting someone we love out of our lives. It can often feel like an uphill battle, particularly when we are grappling with feelings of hurt, betrayal, or anger. However, understanding the power of forgiveness, not just toward others, but also toward ourselves, can be pivotal in our journey toward healing and emotional well-being. By embracing forgiveness, we open the door to personal freedom and release the heavy burdens of resentment and bitterness that can weigh us down. At its core, forgiveness is not about condoning the actions of the other person or forgetting the pain they caused us. Rather, it is about acknowledging the hurt and consciously choosing to let go of the negative emotions that accompany it. When we hold on to grudges or unresolved feelings, we inadvertently allow the actions of others to continue impacting our lives long after the relationship has ended. This emotional baggage can manifest in various ways, affecting our mental health, future relationships, and overall sense of peace. By forgiving, we reclaim our power and agency, allowing ourselves to move forward without the shadows of past hurt looming over us. Forgiveness begins with self-reflection. It requires us to explore our emotions and understand the pain we have experienced. This process often involves grappling with complex feelings, including anger, sadness, and betrayal. Acknowledging these emotions is crucial, as it allows us to validate our experiences and recognize that our feelings are legitimate. We must confront the hurt inflicted upon us and allow ourselves to feel the depth of that pain. This exploration can be uncomfortable, but it is a necessary step in the journey toward forgiveness. Once we have acknowledged our emotions, we can begin to shift our perspective. This does not mean excusing the other person's behavior or minimizing the impact of their actions. Instead, it involves recognizing that holding on to anger and resentment can be more damaging to us than to the person we are upset with. By choosing to forgive, we free ourselves from the emotional shackles that tie us to the past. This shift in perspective allows us to see the situation through a more compassionate lens, both toward ourselves and the other person. It helps us understand that everyone is flawed and that we all make mistakes, sometimes at the expense of others. A critical aspect of the forgiveness process is the act of letting go. This does not imply that we forget what happened or allow the person back into our lives without change. Instead, it means consciously deciding to release the hold that anger and hurt have on us. This can involve various practices, such as journaling about our feelings, engaging in mindfulness meditation, or participating in therapy. These practices can facilitate the release of pent-up emotions and help us cultivate a sense of inner peace. It's also important to recognize that forgiveness is a process, not a one-time event. It may take time, effort, and patience to fully forgive someone. We might find ourselves revisiting our feelings and struggling with moments of anger even after we've made the decision to forgive. This is normal and part of the healing journey. We must allow ourselves the grace to experience these emotions while remaining committed to the goal of forgiveness. Over time, as we continue to work through our feelings, we can gradually release the intensity of our hurt and resentment. In the context of self-forgiveness, it's essential to recognize that we often hold ourselves accountable for the dynamics of the relationship. We may replay scenarios in our minds, questioning our choices and actions. It is vital to extend the same compassion and understanding to ourselves that we seek to offer to others. Self-forgiveness involves acknowledging that we are all human and make mistakes, and that it is okay to learn and grow from these experiences. By forgiving ourselves, we can alleviate feelings of guilt or shame that may linger after a relationship ends. Additionally, forgiveness can have a ripple effect on our relationships with others. As we cultivate forgiveness within ourselves, we become better equipped to engage in healthier relationships in the future. The emotional freedom that comes from forgiveness allows us to approach new connections with an open heart, unencumbered by past hurt. This shift can foster a greater capacity for empathy, understanding, and love, creating a positive cycle of healthy interactions and emotional growth. The power of forgiveness extends beyond the individual level. It can also contribute to a broader sense of community and connection. When we forgive, we contribute to a culture of understanding and compassion, which can positively influence those around us. By modeling forgiveness in our relationships, we inspire others to consider the importance of this process in their own lives. This collective shift can foster a more compassionate environment where individuals are encouraged to engage in open dialogue, heal from past grievances, and build stronger connections. In summary, the power of forgiveness is a transformative force that can significantly impact our emotional well-being after cutting someone we love out of our lives. By acknowledging our emotions, shifting our perspectives, and letting go of resentment, we can reclaim our personal agency and foster healing. Forgiveness is a process that requires patience, self-compassion, and a commitment to growth, ultimately leading us to a place of emotional freedom and resilience. As we embrace forgiveness, we not only benefit ourselves, but also contribute to a more compassionate and understanding world. The journey of healing after cutting someone we love out of our lives is a complex and multifaceted process that often requires time, self-reflection, and a commitment to personal growth. Healing is not a linear path. It is filled with ups and downs, moments of clarity, and periods of uncertainty. Understanding that healing is a journey rather than a destination allows us to approach the process with patience and compassion for ourselves. This journey is essential for reclaiming our emotional well-being and paving the way for healthier relationships in the future. One of the first steps in the healing journey is acknowledging the pain and loss we feel. When we cut someone out of our lives, we may experience a wide range of emotions, including sadness, grief, anger, confusion, and even relief. It is crucial to allow ourselves to fully experience these emotions rather than suppressing or avoiding them. Acknowledging our feelings validates our experiences and helps us understand the depth of our emotional turmoil. This recognition can be achieved through practices such as journaling, meditation, or engaging in honest conversations with trusted friends or mental health professionals. By giving voice to our emotions, we create space for healing to begin. As we navigate our feelings, it is essential to understand that healing takes time. There is no set timeline for recovery, and everyone's journey is unique. Comparing our healing process to others can lead to frustration and self-doubt. Instead, we should honor our individual timelines and recognize that it is okay to take the time we need to process our emotions fully. This acceptance of our healing pace fosters self-compassion, allowing us to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding during difficult moments. Another critical aspect of the healing journey is self-reflection. After cutting someone out of our lives, we have the opportunity to examine the relationship and gain insights into our patterns, behaviors, and emotional triggers. Reflecting on what led to the decision to cut someone off can provide valuable lessons that inform our future relationships. We can ask ourselves questions such as, what were the warning signs I ignored? How did I contribute to the relationship dynamics? What do I need to prioritize in future relationships? This process of self-discovery can help us develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and our needs, ultimately leading to healthier connections in the future. Engaging in self-care is another vital component of the healing journey. Taking intentional steps to nurture our physical, emotional, and mental well-being can create a strong foundation for recovery. This can include adopting healthy habits, such as regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and sufficient sleep, which are essential for overall well-being. Additionally, incorporating practices that promote relaxation and mindfulness, such as yoga, meditation, or deep breathing exercises, can help us manage stress and anxiety during this challenging time. Self-care is not a luxury. It is a necessity that supports our healing and empowers us to move forward with renewed strength. Building a supportive network of friends and family is also crucial during the healing process. Surrounding ourselves with understanding and compassionate individuals can provide a sense of belonging and reassurance as we navigate our emotions. These connections can offer a safe space for us to express our feelings, share our experiences, and seek guidance. However, it is essential to be selective about who we confide in. Choosing individuals who uplift us and provide a non-judgmental ear can greatly enhance our healing journey. Additionally, participating in support groups or seeking therapy can connect us with others who have gone through similar experiences, fostering a sense of community and understanding. As we progress in our healing journey, it is important to embrace the concept of letting go. Letting go does not mean forgetting or condoning the actions of the person we've cut off. Rather, it involves releasing the emotional hold that the past has on us. This can be a challenging process, as it often requires us to confront lingering feelings of anger or resentment. Engaging in practices such as mindfulness and visualization can be beneficial in facilitating this release. For instance, we can visualize ourselves freeing our emotions, allowing them to dissipate like leaves carried away by the wind. By letting go, we create space for new experiences and relationships to enter our lives. Additionally, it is essential to cultivate hope and optimism as we heal. The journey of healing can feel daunting, but maintaining a hopeful outlook can empower us to envision a brighter future. Setting realistic goals for ourselves, whether they are related to personal development, career aspirations, or social connections, can help us focus on the possibilities that lie ahead. Each step we take toward healing can reinforce our belief in our capacity to create positive change in our lives. Celebrating small victories, no matter how minor they may seem, can also foster a sense of accomplishment and motivation as we progress on our journey. Throughout the healing process, it is vital to remain open to growth and transformation. Healing is not merely about returning to a pre-relationship state. It is an opportunity to evolve and emerge as a stronger, more resilient individual. We can approach this growth with curiosity, asking ourselves what lessons we can learn from our experiences and how we can apply them to our future relationships. This openness to growth allows us to embrace change and adapt to new circumstances, ultimately enriching our lives. Finally, it is essential to recognize that the healing journey is an ongoing process. Even after we feel we have made significant progress, we may still encounter moments of sadness or nostalgia related to the person we've cut off. This is a natural part of healing, and it is crucial to approach these moments with self-compassion and understanding. Acknowledging that healing is not a linear process allows us to embrace the ebb and flow of our emotions, reinforcing our resilience and commitment to our well-being. In conclusion, the journey of healing after cutting someone we love out of our lives is a multifaceted and deeply personal process. By acknowledging our emotions, engaging in self-reflection, prioritizing self-care, building a supportive network, letting go, cultivating hope, remaining open to growth, and embracing the ongoing nature of healing, we can navigate this journey with intention and grace. Ultimately, this healing journey is an opportunity for transformation, self-discovery, and the chance to create healthier, more fulfilling relationships in the future. In closing, the decision to cut someone we love out of our lives is never taken lightly, and it often marks the beginning of a profound journey of self-discovery and healing. As we navigate the complex emotions that arise from this choice, we are presented with invaluable opportunities for growth, reflection, and ultimately transformation. By embracing the process of healing, we not only reclaim our emotional well-being, but also lay the groundwork for healthier relationships in the future. It is essential to remember that healing is not a destination, but a continuous journey that requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to learn from our experiences. Each step we take, whether it be acknowledging our emotions, practicing self-care, or seeking support, brings us closer to a place of peace and understanding. As we reflect on the lessons learned and the resilience we have built, we can approach future connections with a renewed sense of hope and authenticity. Ultimately, the act of cutting someone out of our lives can lead us to discover our true selves and what we truly need to thrive in relationships. It empowers us to establish boundaries, prioritize our well-being, and cultivate connections that align with our values and aspirations. As we embrace this journey, let us carry forward the insights and strengths we have gained, transforming our past experiences into stepping stones for a brighter, more fulfilling future. Thank you for being part of this exploration of love, loss, and healing. May we all find the courage to navigate our journeys with grace and the wisdom to embrace the beauty of new beginnings.